everybody in their heads looks at whatever their situation is or has been and thinks, I'm the only one. Right. And that's, in my opinion, that's why there's so many unspoken things in the world and challenges and stuff. Mental health. I'm the only one that has these thoughts. I'm the only one that struggles with this. Right. You have infertility. I'm the only one. Like, I would never talk to that. It's so embarrassing. It's so whatever. No, it's not. Right. You are not the only, in a world of billions of people, you are not the only one. Right.
It might feel that way.
Right. It's one of those things. So for me to share any part of my story of challenges I had as a child and conditions that I've had and had to deal with and situations that I've been faced with and stuff, not for any sort of pity or sympathy or any type of praise or accolade. Anything is to just help somebody else feel normal.
I'm going to focus just a few minutes here and get a little bit, because we really feel we touched on your successes and the things you've grown and done with companies, Colin, which is very impressive. And congratulations on your many successes. I know we've kind of maybe rubbed shoulders here or there as far as in different industry events over the years. But, I think this last fall in Chicago is really kind of the time I actually took the time and made the effort to actually get outside my comfort zone and approach you. Yeah. And a lot of that is me, working on myself, right? But I found, I guess with you, you seemed like a very reserved individual in social settings. But yet on a stage, oh my goodness, the story you can tell, is so impactful. Are you really as socially reserved as what I felt you were when I met you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very introverted, right? Okay. So in a setting like this is totally fine for me. And I have to force myself to do stuff on stage or at events to be sociable and stuff. But yeah, I am not the person in my natural setting to go and approach people to have a conversation, right? I hate networking events. I do them as a necessary evil, right? So for me, I am uncomfortable in situations and places where I don't know anybody, right? And I don't need to be best friends with someone. I just need to know them. I need to have had some history where I've got something I can say to start that conversation, right? I'm not an icebreaker. I'm not a walk into a group and just start participating in a conversation. Excuse me. But yeah, that's me. I would rather sit back and observe and watch what's going on than always be involved in it. And I'll do the same thing in a lot of meetings.
Okay.
I will sit back and observe. We will have an agenda. We'll let things flow. Excuse me. But I would rather see what happens and see where the conversation goes instead of guiding things or being the focal point of attention, right? I think I've always believed, and even when I was younger, like the loudest person in the room is generally not the smartest. It's the one with the most confidence, and in many cases can be the one that's the most arrogant. But no, I'd rather be the person that can observe and learn and see and hear and take things quietly, and then kind of process them and think things through before how I want to approach something. But yeah, that is me. I'm not all the way to the point that's like I'm the guy sitting in the corner and avoiding eye contact all the time. But yeah, I try to just sit to myself, not be the center of attention, not do all the things, and just watch. No,
and obviously it's worked for you well. Obviously your success and the companies you built. And you said you do it out of necessity. And I can not only understand and appreciate that. I am not the most extroverted person on the face of the planet. And I can go many weekends not speaking to a single soul, and I'm good with that. Right. Yeah. But at the same time, like I said, I know I push myself outside my comfort zone to engage with others. I know I always have a lot to say, but, and doing those things that make me uncomfortable to grow myself personally. And you've obviously managed that very well. And do you feel that it's ever held you back from doing some of the things you wish you could have done?
Yeah, I'm sure in ways it has, certainly. I mean, if you are ever more I don't know, I'll say the showman, is it the show person? You're going to get that awareness, right? Like any business thrives on awareness and recognition and, familiarity and all of those things. And, that probably hindered businesses of mine because I was not interested in being out on the main stage or out driving things and everything. I forced myself to start doing it. We had people at the companies that I've had that were the ones to stand on the stage and give a presentation and do stuff. And when they moved on or as things changed and I had to start doing it, or we were doing more and somebody wasn't available to go, I had to do it. And, it kind of just dovetailed from there of, okay, well, now people want to learn from you and be inspired by you and hear your story and stuff. And so I go out and do it. And again, it's more, for me, there's nothing about any sort of personal gain in doing presentations like that. I hate it. So the absolute only reason I do it is one, either it's, for the business and it's a business presentation, or it's to help other people, right? And help somebody to realize that, hey, you either don't have it too hard, or you can push past and do things, or just to normalize themselves, right? I think everybody in their heads looks at whatever their situation is or has been and thinks, I'm the only one, right? And that's, in my opinion, that's why there's so many unspoken things in the world and challenges and stuff. Mental health. I'm the only one that has these thoughts. I'm the only one that struggles with this, right? You have infertility. I'm the only one. Like, I would never talk to that. It's so embarrassing. It's so whatever. No, it's not, right? You are not the only. In a world of billions of people, you are not the only one, right?
They might feel that way,
right? It's one of those things. So for me to share any part of my story of challenges I had as a child and conditions that I've had and had to deal with and situations that I've been faced with and stuff, not for any sort of pity or sympathy or any type of praise or accolade. Anything is to just help somebody else feel normal, because I lived my whole life not feeling normal. And that's a challenging position to be in. So if you can give anybody a bit of inspiration, if you can give anybody a little bit of normalcy or recognition or, not feeling alone, then I'll do it. But what you will see is I will disappear immediately after the stage, maybe for the rest of the day, but at least for a couple hours so that I can recharge and get my energy back and then go and face the crowd. But yeah, I totally appreciate that I can be very reserved, if not socially awkward. And that is me.
No, and that's, that makes Colin, and that's you. And thank you for letting me learn a little bit about you, right? Because I didn't know, Colin, the story that you told, let alone that you were reserved as what I perceived. And I can relate, and maybe who knows what level, but I definitely can relate. And I know being on stage is something that is a huge fear of mine, right? And knowing that I did quite a few times last year, and then earlier this year, well, just a month ago or so in Denver. No matter of the size of the room, it doesn't matter. It's still, that anxiety that's, and once again, interacting with others and pushing myself outside my comfort zone to talk to people and introduce and make it a goal. Hey, I'm going to introduce myself to 10 people this time. Or let's talk about the conference hall or a vendor hall. Make it a point to go and physically talk to every single vendor, at least introduction, right? And then trying to connect with them later. Or once again, you'll see my thing is I take pictures of people and their badges, right? Face and badge. So, because I meet so many people and then I forget like the name associated with the face. But that's my thing. That's how I'm trying to connect the dots, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as we learn about it being on the introverted side of things, explain the statement that you're a hopeless car racer.
I had to give that up for time now, but yeah, I mean, I've always loved cars. You know, as a fashion of, you know, I grew up very underprivileged, and stuff. So, I mean, loved cars from the fantastical bit about what they are. I was from a young age interested in the status that a car could offer and provide. And then, and I think, you know, the older I got, I was a lot more interested in the engineering of the vehicles and what they're capable of. And I got more into speed and dynamic and driving. I mean, we talk about being an introvert. There is driving a car is not a team sport, right? Unless you've got a teammate in F1 or something like that, right? And even they are competing against each other on the same team. So it was the ideal thing for me. I could sit in a car. I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to do anything with anybody. I can just go and put out my best, right? And so yeah, that is something that I love and I'm very passionate about. And you know, as time has gone on, I've been afforded the opportunity to have better and better vehicles to go out and race and do stuff with. But time has not been afforded to me of late to be able to participate in that. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I think part of me sits and dreams one day that I would actually race in a competitive league and sport and try to accomplish things on that in that world. But for now, I do not. So I'm hopeless for it.
Hopeless. What kind of car racing has your interest?
I mean, I won't say all of it, but I mean, I love F1. Was fortunate to, with my co-founder in this business and longtime friend and partner, we were able to go out and race open wheel Indy cars together. And do that as an experience, which was an absolute thrill. And you know, I've done the slalom stuff with in my younger days with some more agile cars and stuff. And you know, as I grew up and as my career evolved, I mean, we've gone into exotic, you know, just exotic hobby racing and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, just you know, running the circuits and doing timed laps and positioning and all of that good stuff, learning the line.
Yeah. And you said, obviously growing up without, and you talk about the love for cars. So daily driver, do you have a love for cars there too on the streets?
I did. I've gone through an exercise of simplification in my life in the last year here. But yeah, I mean, daily drivers. I had my Audi RS5 Sportback for a long time, which was a great vehicle and enjoyed that. And I raced that. We have winter here, so I could not daily drive the R8. Well, I guess I could have, but I was not interested in doing that. And then for a long while, I had the new M3 competition. Which was so far for me has been the best daily driver I've ever had, from, you know, a full spectrum of what that car was capable of, but all of the other luxury and features and yeah,
nice,
just good feel for it. So
no, that's awesome. And you touched on the love of cars. My understanding is that at some point you had a real love for comic books as well.
Always have. Yeah.
Always have.
I mean, my background is very different these days, but you know, if you look at over the years, some of my stuff, I almost always was wearing a superhero shirt. Always had, you know, a Captain America shield in the back or something like that. But yeah, always, you know, I think growing up, you know, I would find myself in a situation where I was looking to escape my life, right? Or what environment I was in. And things like cars and dreaming about cars or dreaming about being in different locales or, you know, superheroes and comic books was an escape for me. And to be able to sit there and dream about, oh, if I could do this, if I had that, or what a life that would be and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it was always something for me, and superheroes, I still love them. And it's fun, and it's been so amazing to watch how, the resurgence of things like DC and Marvel and Disney taking it on and revitalizing all of that even more, has been amazing to do. So yeah, absolutely love it. Love anything fantastical, really, in life. So.
Now, when it comes to your children, your love for comics, is that something your children have a love for as well? Have they passed that on?
I wouldn't say that they love them. They appreciate it. They could probably list off or name, pick out of a line any superheroes. So they know who they all are. They like vehicles. My youngest absolutely loves vehicles and was always a big fan of when we'd go for rides and more spirited drives and stuff through the mountains and stuff with them. But yeah, I mean, they're also their own individuals, as I'm sure you've experienced as a parent.
Sure.
So for me, a big thing for me is less about trying to influence things that I like or want or appreciate and stuff on them, exposing them to it, but giving them that freedom to explore and adventure and learn what it is that they're truly interested in and what they like, not because dad is, makes us go to every one of these movies or, makes us do this or whatever else. It's, it's a lot about what interests them and let them kind of forge their own path.
Hi, I'm Mark Thomas, founder and CEO of Current Tech Solutions and Cyber Guardians. We know business owners like you want to focus on growing your company, not worrying about IT problems or security threats. That's where we come in. Our team uses AI to protect your business from cyber risks and keep everything running smoothly. If you're ready for peace of mind and a stronger future, reach out to us today. Let's secure and elevate your business together.